All right, so as promised, here is a video, and we're going to title this video changing the shocks on a Freightliner Classic or FLD 120, because the procedure will be the same, as well as how I change the shocks. Now, everybody has their own methods. Some may critique my methods, I do not know, but I am just sharing with you guys how and what I do. So yeah, if you have any tips, anything to say, please feel free to yeah, leave comments below. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, however you gotta go about doing it, hey, share knowledge and help one another learn and prosper. So without further ado, let's get this job started. Alrighty, so we have our 1 1/8. I feel like I get a better fit personally with 28mm, but for right now I don't have a 28mm in the impact, so I got to work with what I have. This air gun right here, just an air gun from Harbor Freight, nothing special. I've had this thing now for some time, and boy does she get the job done. I just keep her oiled and she has not let me down. All right, so let's go ahead here, grab this on the other end. Let's see, I'm gonna take a whack at this and see what it does. Oh, fuck yeah. All right, cool. So, top one came out pretty easy on this one. So we're gonna see, so look, we're gonna pull this off. So we have the washer, the nut, the bolt, or I'm sorry, the nut, the bolt, and the washers. One washer on each side. I'll grab that in a second. So, oh wow, you see that? Somebody was a genius and used, like I just quoted to you guys, anti-seize. Should definitely put it inside the shock though, but let's see. Oh, they did a little bit, so. Alrighty, so we got this one off now. I showed you the procedure, so let me go ahead here. I'm gonna jump down to the bottom and we'll get the bottom one off next. And hey, one more thing really quickly before we get down to that bottom nut. Let's just go ahead and test this shock like I showed you in my previous video. I'm gonna go ahead. That's pushing down pretty easy. So let's just see. Well, I'll be doggone it. You see what I see? I don't see any rebound. That shock should be pushing itself back up. Not even a little bit is it pushing itself back up. So yeah, these are tired. So that means that with those being tired, I was putting a nice bit of extra wear and tear on my airbags that I don't need to have. These two things work very good in sync, not, you know, one or the other. It's just like a car. When you have shocks and what's the other one? You have springs. You let your shocks go bad, you eventually gonna keep bottoming out your springs and hurting your springs. Eventually you gotta replace both. Or you let your springs get bad and then replace the shocks. Now your shocks are gonna be taking an extra workload because your springs were worn out for, you know, not replacing them together or keeping one replaced when you see it starting to go bad. So you see now it still has not rebounded up, so we know that one is definitely bad. So let's go ahead, and like I said also, this is not leaking any of that oil, so that is not always a telltale sign. All right, let's get to this bottom nut. Alrighty, so I got that one out. Look on here, what do you see? We have anti-seize. Now, my only personal advice from what I've dealt with, I would be liberal with the anti-seize right in this area too. The area that's up inside the shock, because I have had and seen them seize up with the bolt actually inside the shock. No air hammer, no big sledgehammer or anything would knock it out. It had to be cut out. So I would also apply liberal amounts of anti-seize right in here as well too. All right, let's go ahead and get this new shock on and we'll come right back with y'all. All right, y'all, so I am back, and yeah, we're gonna take care of some wiping off my copious amounts of anti-seize that I use. Like I said, I put this in here now, and everything, this bolt turns with ease, which is definitely good. I turn it around a few times just to spread the anti-seize through here. I personally swear by this stuff only because all you have to do is one time too many go through what I went through, but trying to remove shocks and having to cut, and man, it cut them cut the bottom of the shack, you know, the shock, and you have to cut this area, then it's still seized in there, and then it's get that cut angle grinder. It was a pain, and my you know what. So let's go ahead here and tighten this up real quick. All right, it just started on 2. Okay. Coming tightening in pretty good. Okay, so as you can see, like I said, copious amounts of anti-seize. Some of it came out, but that's okay. I personally, like I said, this is the way I do it. This is what I like to see, so I know it's in there. So take these really quick, cut this off really quick down here. Alrighty, so this is now completely done. And now we also have, let's take my phone over here. This one is completely done as well too. So I have one side completely done. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here to the right side, and our job will be completed. Real quick one for you guys. You look right here, there's a lot more on here, but you can see that threads are clean in some areas, but there's stuff where there was like dirt and debris in these threads. Clean your threads off. You do it with a wire brush. And I usually go back with some brake cleaner to clean it up and wipe the bolt clean. Alrighty. Alright, y'all, guys. Truck a real deal here. I knew there was going to be one. There was going to be one. So here it is. Watch. I'm not about to waste my time, wasting my air. I've already tried to do this before the video even showed up. Let me show you guys here. Wonderful to hear that. Okay, so here's what we do when we deal with stuff like that. I grab this little bad boy right here. Move my wrench over here. Okay, bring the little torch out. Got a little portable torch. Acetylene. Definitely a must-have. All right, y'all. So as you can see, that nut looks nice and ashy now. And it's piping hot. So I'm playing the waiting game now, letting this son of a gun cool off. I had to heat this nut up till it was glowing red to get it to pop off, but once it was properly heated, she backed right off. Hopefully that one at the bottom isn't going to be the same, but I did the last one on the other side, the same one at the back of the frame. I had to heat it up top and bottom, so we will see. But I'll be right back with you guys shortly. Remember though, if you're going to work on these trucks and stuff, you need one of those right there. Even a car too. The bigger the better, but definitely a smaller one is a big help, because without that, a lot of these jobs will be damn near impossible, and you'll be forced to take it to the shop for it. Alrighty, y'all, so here are the old shocks. If you can tell and see, they are all completely compressed. Not one has ever rebounded back out since I shoved them in there. So let me go ahead and take you on over here to show you the truck. So here we go. This is all of them done. We have this new one in here, anti-seize. We now have this one in here too. It's 2. And then we now have 3. There's 3 in there. And we're going to show you the 4th one. Okay. Alrighty, so as a heads up to you guys, it's getting dark now. This isn't an all-day job. I had to run to the store, run a couple errands earlier, but yeah, all 4 shocks are done now. Both of my ones on the back axle were seized up, as you saw in the video. I think I got footage of that. But yeah, pretty much, if you're gonna do this now, you can take it to the shop and pay them to do it if you have a bolt that's seized. But I'll tell you this, I can't tell you how much it costs to get shocks done by a shop because I've never had it done. But a lot of people usually say it's dependent upon if stuff is seized or not. So if it's seized, I'm not saying a shop would charge this, but let's just say rhetorically, like they told me an hour per brake chamber. Let's just say an hour per shock, maybe if they're seized. You know, they're seized, I'm going to guesstimate, you know, labor, if they charge 90 to 100 bucks an hour, like say $300 to $400, you know, for labor. Maybe a couple hundred if you got a shop that do them for 50 a piece, but you know, you're not just paying for the you know, for their labor, you're paying for their shop, the materials, the lights being on to do your jobs. So you got to pay that premium. So if you can do your shocks yourself, it doesn't cost a lot to invest in good tools. Invest in good tools. If you go to Harbor Freight, which I do have some Harbor Freight tools, they're chrome sockets. I don't really recommend those. I've used them, but I have best luck with Harbor Freight and all their impact sockets. I use their impact sockets on impact guns and with my regular ratchets or whatever. Make sure you have you a 1/2 inch drive socket set. It's definitely helpful on these trucks. 3/8, say that 3/8 for the car. But sometimes you need to put some torque into it, and that 1/2 inch drive is a really good one. So you need that. And like I said, if you, a torch I showed you guys earlier, that portable torch, you can go buy you one of those. If you don't want the big tall ass tanks, they're about as tall as me, you can go buy you a portable torch for, I don't know, kit for like 300 bucks. So look at it like this: if you know, want to get into doing some stuff on your own, and maybe I inspire you to do so, or you've been thinking about wanting to do it and my video may push you to want to make that move, just make sure that you take the time to invest in yourself. It may seem like a nice bit of money up front, but it definitely pays for itself in the long run. Tools, all the above. Labor, you know, that's labor you don't have to pay. You may use a tool one time and not use it again for another year. But that tool, just like these trucks, when you buy them, whether you cash out on it or you pay it off, once you pay for that truck in full, that truck is an asset to you. Think about these tools the same way. So yeah, I got all 4 of my shocks done. Tomorrow I'll probably shoot a video for you guys. Like I said, I'm enjoying all this time I have, do some stuff at home, family time, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the exhaust tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. And if you watch these videos or you find enjoyment in these videos, thank you very much for watching them. And hey, if I can be a help to you, that's all that matters. That's why I do this. I don't want anything from you. I just want to give back to the YouTube trucking community that helped me out a whole lot when I first got out here. So that's how I do shocks on the 1998, or no, not 98, I have a 97, but 06 Freightliner FLD 120s. We'll recap really quick. 1/2 inch drive ratchet, 28 millimeter 6-point socket. You're gonna need a 28 millimeter wrench. Probably won't have that, so standard 1 1/8 standard socket and or wrench will work to do this job. Impact guns make it way easier, but basic necessities do the job. The torch, just in case, and those tools I listed. If you do go through needing your torch to do these bolts off, make sure you use liberal amounts of anti-seize like I do. And your next time that you do your shock change, which is usually like every, like what they recommend, like every 90 to 100,000 miles or 80 to 100,000, you do your shocks and change them. They'll come out smooth like butter. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hey, taking the time to listen to me talk. And hey, till next time, yep.